Oh, well, let's begin here on a Friday. Just turned the app on to see what was going on. Turn on an app or two and hit Uber Eats at 2:30 p.m. around that time or so. Got a ping 18 minutes for $16.49 to go 3.7 miles. And it was the first one. I just was curious checking it, and I could not. I would have accepted it had I been in the flow of stuff. That's a 4-to-1, of course. It's super order. Looking at 48.50 bucks an hour and 3.7 miles for that $16 order. Just great, but I couldn't take it because I was just logging in and I need to get, prepared to go out. So, oh my God, that would have been what happens when you sit down and you're kind of lazy or you don't feel like getting out almost 3 p.m. I'm just curious what was going on out there on Friday. $8.50 for 1.8 miles, 4 for 1, to go 18 minutes. So a good $25 an hour from the Raising Cane's, and they prepare their food awfully fast, even though you order and pay. Just another miss. You see things like this, and you just gotta love it. I mean, this is the stuff you want to miss on. Take a big old heavy package from Lowe's. I mean, it could be who knows what, but it's going 54 minutes for an hour of work to go almost 18 miles for $6.50. You could be taking a package of lumber or something. Who knows what? It says heavy. So that's a hell no. Thank you very much. And on to the next order. And haven't been out yet, but 3:30 p.m. Just watching what comes in just to show you the kind of things. If you need money, man, it's out there. $8.07 to go 3.5 miles. So for 24 minutes at the burger place. So maybe, 18 bucks an hour or so you're looking at. But I mean, the mileage is just very low too. So that's pretty nice. I did not want to take because it's too far away. It's 14.7 miles and it's straight way out there, in zone. I don't feel comfortable, but for $21, so $1.50 per mile. Not so bad when you consider it's a Friday, so you probably stay busy enough to get back if you wanted in the general territory, wait for something to take you back in the same direction, because it's 46 minutes. And the reason being here, that's probably 27, 28 bucks an hour if you look at it as an entirety. Take one thing from Costco in a standard bag. It's not even a heavy bag. I don't even know what in the world. I mean, but one unit for 21 bucks makes you wonder. There's probably a lot of base pay or distance pay in Uber Eats. I don't know exactly how they do it there, but wow. I'm coming out of some laziness now. Almost want to head out, but 4:30 p.m. and turned it on. Dunkin order from, let's see here, the Doordash. It's almost $7 for 4.2 miles. That's not bad at all. Expected delivery in under 20 minutes or so. So, I mean, $21 an hour probably. The distance is okay. I just passed on that one though. Not quite ready, almost. Let's talk about something here in Doordash. It's very important to understand this, and I want to mark this as a special section. $19 for 9.7 miles. So that's like, a 2-for-1, $2 to mile, or you got to go 4 stops, 2 customers and 2 shops. Total wine, which is just one thing, alcohol. But then the other one is Target, and you need your red card to shop for 23 things, 28 count of 23 total items, kinds of items there. And the thing I want to point out is there, if you want to watch your car mileage, some of those shopping orders can work out okay. But the biggest thing you want to look at here is that it's 4:30 p.m. It's exactly 4:30 p.m. on the phone. And then the time delivery by is 6:03 p.m. Deliver by 6:03 p.m. is expected, in other words, to last that hour and a half. So $19 and into an hour and a half is more like what? I don't know, 12, 13 bucks. And then what if you're slow? What if something goes wrong in the store? All those items. What if something can't be found? You need to find help getting one or two of those items. That will slow you down. Even though the mileage is real nice there, you want to take your time and look exactly how long that order is going to take. Because Uber Eats is very clear with that, 45 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever that is, it tells you kind of directly. DoorDash, you have to do the math. Look at your phone's time in the top right corner, and then look at deliver by. So, and then you got to subtract your phone's time from deliver by, and then you see, well, 4:30 from 6:03 is an hour and a half. And then you can figure out the wage really 19, unless that's like, I don't know, $30, $40 with all that shopping and everything. Is that really worth it? Because then it becomes kind of worth it. You can slow down and you can chop around and take your time, and you don't have to travel much around, and maybe you're making, 18, $20 an hour or so. But I'd want that honestly to be a good deal higher, at least more near $30 for that 10 miles, because of the hour and a half and because of the shopping problems that can happen. Very important. You won't see this very often, I don't think, but even if you do, and even if there's peak pay, I don't know, in the area, I mean, just stuff to really slow down and think about. The good thing about DoorDash, it allows you enough time, 30, 40 seconds plus to consider whether the order is right. Okay, and then I did take this one here, Chick-fil-A, $7.80 to go 17 minutes, so good 22 an hour or so, 2.6 miles, so a 3 for 1, $3 to mile. And then that one turned out okay, nothing wrong there. And here's a good one that came in. I did not take it because I'm curious on Friday. And I don't recommend doing this, but waiting around in your vehicle and seeing what better comes in. Because here's almost a 2 for 1, 5.8 miles for $10 and 25 cents. Takes you 26 minutes. So an easy $20 an hour, 54th Street Restaurant and Draft House. And you take it to a neighborhood a little farther away. But yeah, that's a good take. And maybe I should have taken that one, being out and about already. But I was curious, being Friday, on what would come in. But I don't recommend this, neither for myself nor the listener or viewer here, because you never know. It's going to dead stop, and you're passing on, a good amount of money. It's not smart, in other words, to pass on a good amount of money in order to wait for a perfect amount of, something. If you're looking for 24, 25 an hour, take the 20 an hour. Because you're not in control of the orders that come in. And I did need to take this one. Shortly after, though, a great order came in, 9.6 miles, and I'll just work myself back because it's Friday. There'll be enough orders to work yourself back into the territory. Go out almost 10 miles, but $23.68, and it takes 33 minutes. Even if it takes a little bit more than that, I mean, basically that's a $30, $35 an hour wage. So that one went really well. I guess it's like a mom and pop pizza place. I kind of don't want to give the name because I respect privacy of places and stuff, but, little, I can't even say that, Matinga Pizzeria, I guess I'll say that. I mean, why be a public restaurant? Why, right, if you're trying to watch the privacy? But in respect for restaurants sometimes, but here's a little mom and pop pizzeria. Orders that came in at the same time, 2 of them. So go to one pizzeria, take to 2 customers. So 3 stops, $15.90 for 9.6 miles because it's going back in the direction I want to go. So that's basically $1.50 per mile. So there's nothing wrong with that. And if you subtract 6:10 p.m. From the delivery of 6:50 or 6:48, this order takes you about 38 minutes or so, 40 minutes. That's fine. Someone from DoorDash, maybe I'll mark this as a section. Pay attention. Get in there and do something with your app. All it does is freeze, crash, slow down, and I'll be in the middle. I've accepted the pizzeria order, and I can't go anywhere because the thing won't even open. So then I have to wait and wait and wait just to get the address back so I can, and then the map system in DoorDash doesn't work. So then I got to plug it in the Google Map area. I mean, that's ridiculous. They need to take their programs down offline. That includes you, DoorDash, if you're out there listening, and fix that stuff. People get fined for that stuff. And I'm sure you know what fines are in Doordash and punishments from the government, which is, don't have a business and send people out on all these directions and everything if your app crashes and you can't figure it out, because it's just too often that happens. Thank you. Oh my dear goodness, this is the worst order wait time that I've ever had. And it seems like the other day I had that half an hour or so, but this one was practically 45 minutes at Chuy's. I decided not to abandon it and keep in contact with the customer. They were busy on a Friday, of course. That's one I'm going to avoid unless the pay is astronomically good. But $28 to go 7.6 miles. And according to the phone, it takes you about 40 minutes. This one ended up taking about an hour and a half when all was said and done. Pick up from both Chuy's and Little Caesars and then drop off to 2 customers, so 4 stops. Now, the thing was, both customers tipped me a little bit more. One gave a couple dollars, the other one gave even more than that for the Chuy's order because it was so much food, but I had to wait there like 45 minutes. So freaking hour and a half, but instead of that 28, I want to estimate it was probably more like 35 or so, maybe for those orders. So again, maybe it turned out okay. I want to say maybe, 18, $20 an hour earned from those, because they both tipped me a little bit extra. But that's not an experience I want to replicate, especially in Fridays. If you know restaurants are busy, is the tip here. Figure it in. Wait for good higher wages on where. Don't be waiting around, or you can cancel the order. I mean, I could have canceled, but I just wanted to stay put. I knew, hey, this is guaranteed money pretty much. The customer and I are keeping in contact, and one of the 2 might even tip me extra. It turns out both did. But that's a horrible experience for both customers. I'm just grateful that they saw that I was going through a horrible experience too. Back for a moment to those Chuy's and Little Caesars, $27.95 for 7.6 miles, and the fact that it took an hour and a half because I had to wait 45 minutes at Chuy's actually made $31.71, so almost $4. And I know from one I got 2, so the other one was practically the same, $2. So $30 into hour and a half is like $20 per hour. I mean, and that's waiting 45 minutes. Can you imagine? If I didn't do that, I could have even done better for that. Because $4 doesn't really cover that 45 minutes, that $4 extra. But it's not terrible. It's not the worst thing ever, I suppose, $20 an hour. Okay, once that headache, that really frustrating order was done, again, I'm just very grateful that we do have nice customer bases out there, people who use these things, who appreciate, the service, that they can tip extra. That's why, too, you always don't want to cancel everything, and it's hurtful, and I sympathize with that. If you go through something and they don't really recognize your effort in staying longer, and that can be very hurtful. But, I mean, if you keep your cancellation rates low, you could always cancel things if you know for a fact that there's going to be a long wait. I mean, at a restaurant, I couldn't tell. I was willing to wait some. It was completely packed. There were a few people up front, and I couldn't be sure. I'm saying, what if it's only 15 minutes? The order may be still worth it. So, but it's a judgment call. So the tip here, the advice is keep that cancellation rate real low, so you have those in queue, if you need to use them here and there, rare, but if you need to use them. Okay, so this is towards the end of the shift, but anyway, Little Caesars, $9 to go 4.6 miles, a 2-for-1, 19 minutes. So I took that one, and then shortly after, pinged the phone, hit extra, $7 to go 1.3 miles, and that adds another 11 minutes. So that's an easy one. I'll take that one too. So that worked out real good. You know what I said about Buffalo Wild Wings? I know it's slow. It's slow for me each time, so the wage has to be right. Well, actually, it happened. $13.25 to go just 4 miles at point 2. So nice $3 per mile in the neighborhood that I know close by. So go to Buffalo Wild Wings and say, if I have to wait then I'm okay with that. It gives me, let's see, 8:52 currently time, 9:25. 33 minutes was the delivery estimate there, and that's probably about right. That's probably 35 minutes or so is probably what I did. So I'd had to wait there a little bit, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, but that turned out okay. Little bit of wait is okay to, not so much car wear and tear on 4 miles. So that worked out really well, and I'm glad because that place is so slow. And of course, I want to thank you for visiting and viewing or listening to the video here with the tips and ways to think about how to go about things. Hopefully, this helps some things you may not think about, maybe pop up when you're listening to some advice here from Dark Biscuits. And, we'll work on bringing some more content possibly. So thank you for stopping by again.